Yo. Not adding up, my G. Not adding up. I got questions and I need answers immediately. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That total slaughter, Mook versus Lux, or Lux versus Mook. That made absolutely no sense. Did not add up. I went to sleep. Matter of fact, I lost sleep over this, and I had somewhere to go next morning. I just felt like everything about this battle was just wrong. It just wasn't right. It ain't right. I'm really surprised that Obama didn't comment on this. The entourage and the loud ass crowd is a big part of the battle rap aesthetic. Okay, those battles look so awkward. Matter of fact, they look like two characters in a video game. Like it's like Mook versus Lux, and Mook used a cheat code to beat Lux. I mean, so we talk about the stage, right? And the aesthetic. I'm like, yo, you need the tastemakers and the people who make battle rap what it is to be on stage, okay? Because also, you gotta realize that with a lot of battles, lines, I mean, well, you know what? Your reaction to a lot of lines are also a lot of times based on the entourage and people on stage and the crowd. No entourage, can't hear the crowd. The fuck? Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand what was the point of them having all that goddamn space on stage. I mean, no one's gonna do a cartwheel. Shit was like going to Chipotle and having a waiter bring your food out to you. Like, no one wants to do that. People want to stand in line for their chance to play God while they make food. That's what Chipotle is about. Playing God, saying, yo, I want chicken instead of beef, and I want nasty ass pencil beans instead of black beans, or I want both, like dice, like shit like that. And then at the end of everything, you buy that $4 juice. That juice is expensive. First round from Lux, powerhouse round. My man Lux came in. He been doing that pay the full workout, doing that hood nigga workout. You know how niggas in the hood work out everywhere but the gym. They be on scaffolds, they be on planes, trains, and automobiles doing push-ups. They be on top of subway cars like Wolverine and shit, fighting people, all types of stuff. Before we go any further, I think that we should establish why Lux needed to lose and why Mook needed to win and what it meant for the event. Now, I said it didn't add up, okay? Now, Lux just came off a stellar performance with Howl of the Dawn, okay? The best performance of his career so far. So what we saw was a huge improvement from Loaded Lux versus Calico to Howl of the Dawn. That was a whole different guy. So we was all thinking like, yo, what's Lux gonna do? Is he gonna do an antic? What's he gonna do? No, this nigga Lux said, I took a whole coat off this nigga and not a drop of paint thinner. God damn. I be whipping his ass all over the street like wide turns. I like that line. Mook had a good round. Then after that, everything just went downhill. I don't understand what happened. It was really like magic. It really was like Michael Jordan forget how to play basketball. It was like watching Michael Jordan forget how to play basketball. That shit was weird. And then after that, everything went downhill. Now, I'm gonna start with my point about shit not adding up. In what universe does Murda Mook beat Loaded Lux? First thing, okay? Second, Lux's first round was like that episode of Dragon Ball Z. I forget. I think it was like the Cell Saga. I think like Cell kicked one of these. I think he kicked Krillin or he kicked Vegeta. One of these people, right? And it was like, yo, in that kick, I could feel all his power, but his power was endless. But anyway, but second and third, like that doesn't make sense. I mean, Lux is known to perform. Like, why would the champion of the culture come to a battle where his first round is better than all his other rounds? That doesn't make sense. It wasn't like they just weren't they just weren't fucking with Mooks. Like they really sucked. I didn't like any of his second and third round, and it looked like he wasn't trying to win. It looked like he didn't really come to win. It looked like one of three things happened. He threw the battle and gave it to Mook. He choked and forgot his rhymes, or he was told not to perform at his highest level because who was right after them? The quote-unquote wild card battle, okay? The wild card battle was right after that. And who was on the wild card battle? Hollow and Joe Budden. But where's Joe Budden from? He's on a label called Shady Records, right? And who owns Shady Records? Eminem. Who's throwing the event? Eminem. No, since when does Daylight not perform his third round for the sake of an antic? My nigga will do antics, but he won't sacrifice winning a round for an antic. Okay? I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it's just weird. It was just like, okay, why is this happening the closer we get to Joe versus House? If Lux second or third was as good as his first round, you would either have caught that battle. First of all, that probably would have been a classic battle, or you'd have called it debatable. Either way, it would have been better than Joe versus Hollow. Now, let's just be honest. If the Mook versus Lux was that good, it would have completely overshadowed the Joe versus Hollow, which is what they wanted to be the main event, the main thing everybody talked about. Realistically, Joe versus Hollow should have went first because they're not officially a part of the event. They weren't supposed to be a part of the event, so why are you gonna last? Okay, I'm gonna get into why Mook needed this win. Mook had such a horrible performance with Iron Solomon. No one gave a fuck about what Mook had to say. You know, I'm a Mook fan, I got love for Mook, but I'm sorry, bro. After that, I didn't see it like, you know, I found out that Santa Claus wasn't real. I just saw like, yo, I mean, it's a different time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have a bad night, but I wasn't necessarily interested in hearing anything else he had to say. You know, so he needed to win and win big. Okay, now, if Mook takes another battle, it's gonna make more sense. He's gonna be like, alright, you know what? Now I kind of want to hear this more. You know what I mean? And if he puts out music, whatever he does, people will be more interested. If he would have lost that battle versus Lux, that would have been the end of his career. Like, how do you come back from that? That's two big L's back to back. How do you come back from that? So he needed to win.